All right, now we can add task. So the next thing we are going to do, in fact, let's try to delete a task first before editing. So let me take this one up here and this one good. So how we're going to do, we want, when we, let me add the task hello, let me just say hello. We want, when we click on the delete button, only when we click on the delete button, then this entire task will disappear. So now think of a mother and the children. You know, making reference to the mother is very easy to get the children, right? So there is what we call event delegation. Event delegation is actually targeting the parents, using the parents to target the children. So now, what is the parent of this delete button? Of course, the parent of this delete button is the li, because we appended the delete button in the li, right? And the mother of the li is the what is actually the task list. That's the ul. Remember, we gave it was it an id? Yeah, an id of no, a class name of task list, right? So what we're going to do is we're going to use event delegation. Event delegation is actually targeting the parent, then using the parent now to get the child or the children. So we're going to add an event listener on the parent, not on the child. Then we're going to do it in such a way that anything inside the parent that has a class name of delete button, it is actually what showing that you are clicking on the delete button. Because if I will click on this delete button now, of course the JavaScript will not know that I'm clicking on the delete button. So how are we going to make it realize that what you're clicking is on the delete button? Of course, there is what we call target, right? Target. So a target shows where you are clicking, but that target is showing you where you're clicking within the specific place you put the event listener. So if I'll put the event listener on the task list, if I click on this button, it's not going to show, right? It's not going to show because this button here is not part of this task list. So we're going to use, as I said, event delegation. We call it event delegation. So we are going to target the, so let me write the steps. So on what? Click on the parent, right? Parent. Then after that, we are going to check, right? We're going to check if where we click, right? If where we click contain the class list or class name of delete button, because we want to know that where we are clicking is a delete button. So check if the clicked target is what? Is a delete button. So when we are able to get that where we are clicking is the delete button, then we are going to delete the parent. So that is using what we call event bubbling. So event delegation, remember, is targeting the parent, using the parent to target the child. Then event bubbling is using the child now to target the parent. When you know, when you hear of bubble, from bubble, you know, when you click, it affects it just like a ripple effect. You know, wave, when you throw a stone inside a river or an ocean, it makes a wave, right? So it makes a wave. Or throw a stone in an ocean, you notice that there is wave, right? Like a ripple. So that's the same logic event bubbling does, right? When you click on a child, it affects, it goes up and affect the parent. That's the meaning of event bubbling. While event delegation is using the parent, right? When you have the parent, you can get the child inside. You can get the child inside. So that's what we're going to do. So instead for us to set the event listener on the delete button, we're going to set it on the parent, right? So we said check if the clicked target is the delete button. Then what are we going to do? We'll check. Then we will get the parent of that delete button. Then what are we going to do next? Of course, we are going to remove it. Remove the parent. Of course, if you remove the parent, the li, the input fields, the delete button and the edit button are all found in the li. That's the parent. It will automatically go right, move the parent. So now with this, let's see. So getting the parent, remember the parent here, we've already targeted the parent as what? As task list. So we're going to set task list, right, dot add event listener. So what type of event is click, right? Then there will be a callback function here. Let me use arrow, put the the event. So now we want to get, how are we going to get the target? There is what we call let me prevent the default first. So dot prevent default, right? So that it will not refresh the browser. So all these steps are inside this place. So we'll put them here. So now the next thing is, what is this target? There is, if I will log this to the console, so CLG and I have let's see what we'll have. There's a specific function, a method. Of course, nothing is going to happen, you can see, but unless I click the task list, since the event listener is on the task list, right? So let's see. If I click here, nothing happened, but here nothing happened. Can you see? Nothing happened. Why? Because the task list, nothing is there. So let me add a task. It's some food. So I have added the task. Let me click here. Can you see? I am having, this is the So if we scroll down, we're going to see something here. Target. Can you see? Target. If I open the target, see all these methods are on the target. So we can basically get what we are clicking on. It's called the target. So now if I want to get that specific element I'm clicking on, I'll say dot target. Target. So it's going to show me where I'm actually clicking. Remember that we are not clicking anywhere. We are only clicking. We only set the event listener on the task list. So and if you click anywhere, it's not going to show, except if you click on the task list, and you can see that nothing is happening. But immediately, let me add the task. It's some food, and now what I will do is that let me set this task list. Let me give it a border so that you will be able to see. Where is the task list? Good, see it here. So let me give it a border just for experimental sake. One red, let me just say 1 pixels solid. Let's just give it red, right? So here we go. We have this. So if I click anywhere, here, nothing will happen. But let me click here. Can you see? It's giving me the target, and the target is the class list. If I click here, nothing will happen. If I click here, even on the delete button, can you see? It's giving me the delete button itself. If I click on the edit button, it will give me the edit button itself. The input field, can you see? So far, that thing is within this task list. Definitely is going to show me the target where I am clicking. Where I am clicking will definitely show up. So that is event delegation. Now I'm going to use the parent. Now since I've already targeted the parent, I want to use the parent to get the delete button. We don't want it when we click on anywhere, then the task will delete. We want when we click on this delete button. And remember that this delete button is having a class name, and the class name is what? Delete. So is the class name is delete btn. Let's see. You see, delete btn. So that is what we want. So we want to get it. We want it in such a way that only if you click the delete btn or the delete button, then something will happen. Then definitely we have to use another function. Then we'll definitely get the class name whenever you click and the class list is delete btn, then of course that is what you are targeting. So now let's go back to this place. So if whenever you want to target anything, use event.target, this e, right? So now we want to check if where we are clicking there's what we call class list.content. So what I will do is that let me do something here, clg, so that you will see e.target.class list. So let me add something, sleep. So I have this. Let me click on this. Let me click on the task list. You see, it's showing me what something in array form. Task, that is the class name. The value is what? Task. Remember we gave it a class name. Each li is having a class name of what? Task, right? Where is it? Where is it? Li. Can you see? Class name of task. So it's in array format, right? So what if I click delete? It's showing me what? Delete btn. You can see it's in array form, right? It's having two values. The first one is the delete button, the other one is the value of the specific class name, right? So now, since it is an array, how are we going to know that we are clicking on a delete button? Of course, we are going to use contains. So if that class list contains delete btn, that means where we are clicking is the delete btn, is the delete button. So we're going to say, okay, we'll check, right? If the target is, so we're going to say if, put it, let me use this. If, so say if e dot target, right, dot class list dot contains, if it contains this an array method contains what was the class name we gave it? Delete btn. So delete btn. So if where we are clicking, if the target has a class list of, if the class list contains delete btn, then we'll log something to the console. CLG, say hello, I am a button. So if we log it to the console, let's check it. So let me this border is still there. Let me see, build a project. So let me click. If I click anywhere except the delete button, it's not going to do anything. So click here, nothing. Here, nothing. But let me click on the delete button. You see, hello, I am a button. So we are able to target the button because it has a class list of delete btn. So with that, we are able to target the button. But that is not only what we need. What we need is when we click on that button, we should get the parent and remove it. So let's see if we can target the parent now. So let me say let's log it to the console. If you can get the parent, e.target dot parent element. Parent element is what we call something called parent element. So it's going to actually give us a parent of this delete btn, and remember the parent of this delete btn is the li. So let's see. build a project. So let me click on the delete. You can see I am having the entire parent, that's the li. So great, we are able to get the parent, right? So now how are we going to remove the parent? There is a method called remove. So we're going to say e dot target dot parent element dot remove. So it's a method, so it will particularly remove the parent. So that's why I have something here. Then this step I left the step down, so we have this. So let's try it and see. E dot target, what is the target? That button you're clicking, the parent element, which is the li, remove it. So let me remove this border that I put there. So let's see, sing song, walk the dog, play with friend. So if I let me try it and see. Boom, deleted. Boom, boom. Great, it works. So that's how you delete a task. Very easy, right? Good. So the next thing is we're going to see is editing a task, and we're going to use almost the same steps we followed here, but in this case now there are some technicalities, and don't worry, it's very easy. I'll show you how we will go about it.